Greetings, Commanders. I am Commander Gypsum, and today we're hopping in our trusty Combat Anaconda, and we're going to go try out some mining. Interesting. Alright, so let's check out what we got here on the ship. So, of course, this is my Combat Anaconda. So we got the A8 power plant, A7 thrusters, A6 frameshift drive, got Delta life support and Delta sensors, and an A8 power distributor. I'm keeping my shield generator on because I don't feel like taking it off and then rebuying it. Real pain in the butt. And the rest of it here is a lot of cargo racks. Except for we've got, of course, our A4 refinery, which gives us 10 bins to work with. And we got 2 collector limpet controllers, each that will control 2 limpets, so we can actually fire out 4 at a time. And lastly, we've got our Delta 1 prospector limpet controller. So we'll be firing just 1 limpet at a time, so we don't really care too much about that. Now for protection, in case any pirates come after us, we've got 4 Class 3 pulse lasers and 2 Class 2 mining lasers. So we can get some fast mining time. And lastly, 2 turreted beam lasers. And the rest is shield boosters to keep our shields nice and strong. Alright, so it looks like we're pretty much ready to go. And here we are, the SS Smooth Criminal, headed out to do some mining. What a beautiful ship, the Anaconda. Well, kind of anyways. Okay, so here what we're looking at for our fire controls. We've got all of our lasers on primary fire. So all we have to do is press it once and we'll be good. And we got our collector limpets on secondary. And we got our mining lasers also tagged on to our primary. So, you know, our lasers are always going to be primed in case any bad guys come. And we'll be able to fire our mining lasers easily on the primary control group. And then we're going to have our limpets on the other. And as you can see, we're doing fire at will. And I'm bringing along 280 limpets. That's probably too much. I haven't done a whole lot of mining here. But as you can see, I have done a little bit just to test out my equipment on a previous build before I got this build together. Alright, so let's open up our system map here and see where we're headed. Alright, so you can see here we're in the Jura system. And in the Jura system, there are 3 planets here with rings, and look at that, pristine reserves, and of course pristine reserves. So we should have some good hunting here in the Jura system. Alright, so let's get out there so we can start our mining.
4,
and
3,
the countdown begins.
2, 1, engage.
Alright, good old Super Cruise. Alright, so as you can see, we're pointed right towards Jura 7 here, which is the largest planet in the system. Do some mining. And alright, just jumped up here a little bit, since Super Cruise can get a little bit boring. Alright, so on our way to Jura 7 here, we're not actually going to be shooting for any kind of resource extraction site. We're just going to be jumping in on a close ring around the planet. So how it works is the closer to the planet, the better the contents. So what we're going to be doing is just aiming for the innermost ring and see if we can't crash into it slowly so we can jump out of Super Cruise and start some mining, perhaps unmolested, who knows. You don't usually see too many pirates when you're outside of the actual resource extraction site. Now you can actually just drop out of Super Cruise anywhere as long as you're going slow enough. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be controlling our speed to do kind of a controlled crash into the ring, because it's going to drop us out automatically once we get close enough, and we won't take any damage as long as we're going slow enough. Alright, so we're coming in here. So we're just going to kind of milk the gas here just a little bit, so we're not coming in too hot. Oh, here we go. Alright, just a little bit more. Alright, and we can just coast in here at 0 throttle. And here we go, dropping. if I'm right. Yep, no damage. Excellent. So we're not going to be taking any kind of hull damage or anything like that because we had our speed under control. Okay, so we're going to deploy our hard points and look at the radar real quick. And it doesn't look like we got any pirates around us right now, so that's good. So we're going to go to Fire Group 2 to fire a prospector limpet at this fine looking rock in front of us here. Alright, so we're just going to slow down a little bit, program the limpet, and off it goes. Alright, so you see it head off on the radar here, and then we can click on it, and we can catch our range. And then once it attaches to the rock, we'll be able to see what it's composed of. Alright, so we're going to bring up the primary here, so we can start firing our mining lasers once we're close enough.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Alright, so it looks like we got some platinum, some bertrandite, and gallite. I don't know about this pronunciation here, but... Alright, so we've engaged the mining lasers. Alright, so you can see some chunks coming off here. And when you look on the bottom left here, it shows how much is remaining inside of the asteroid here. Alright, it is depleted. Alright, and we're sending out some collector limpets. And basically the trick here is don't actually target what you want it to collect. That was my first mistake when I first started mining. I would tell them to collect each piece individually, and what happens is they'll collect it and then they'll just destroy itself when it's done. So don't aim the limpets, just let them go collect them on their own. Alright, so we can see it's starting to come in here. We got some platinum. And so how the hopper works is as long as you've got some minerals that have already been sorted, it'll automatically keep breaking them down into those components. And when you have a mineral come in that hasn't been assigned, you have to basically just tell it to process it, or if you don't want that, eject it. You can do that as well. You're going to be a little bit more picky. Oh, we got a refinery full, so we got platinum, so we just have to assign it. Oh, there we go. So when you have a smaller refinery, you're going to be a little bit more picky on what you actually process because you only have so many bins. But once you've got this A4 refinery with 10 bins, you can pretty much just take anything you want. Alright, so we got some more some more limpets coming in here. Alright, it looks like we're waiting on one more to come in. Come on, little buddy. We got some mining to do. Need you to get in here. And we'll fire another prospector here. Alright, so all 4 collectors are waiting for us. And they'll just kind of hover underneath while we move around. Alright, so it says we got some resource unlocated. Alright, some more platinum, so we just go ahead and sort that
Prospector
out.
limpet engaged.
Alright, so we got some more palladium, some silver, and bertrandite. Alright, so that's all stuff we want. So we're gonna come into range. Lasers a little bit. There we go, we're tagged. And the chunks are falling. And as you can see on the radar here, the little collectors are heading out to pick up their pieces.
Asteroid depleted.
Such handy little guys. And as you can see with those dual mining lasers, with the medium class, you deplete it pretty quickly. So you're pretty much just waiting on the collectors. So really, you mine at the speed of the collectors. Alright, here they come. Alright, so bertrandite. Some palladium. Alright, so that's all sorted. And alright, here comes a few more. And when they get close here, you'll see the proximity lights start to blink. Come on, little guys. There we go. Alright, looks like they're all getting sorted automatically here. Oh, palladium. Excellent. And it looks like that's it. So we move on to the next rock.
Programming limpet drone.
Alright, and we're firing the prospector. Gonna see what we got. And as you saw, I said prospector failed, but what they're doing is they're talking about the last one that we used. Because we're only using a Delta 1, so you can only have one active at a time. But I find that's all you really need,
Prospect
is one
engaged.
active at a time. Alright, so we got some indite on here, and just indite. So this one should be pretty quick, and we might not even have to do any reallocation here with our refinery, because it's all going to be indite. But then again, we're probably going to have to, because the hopper is going to fill up, and we're going to have to basically change it out and say, okay, yep, keep processing the indite even though it's in a new bin. Yep, there we go. And we should be getting a good amount of indite on this one. Here comes some more limpets. Was that 3 of them? 3, 4 incoming. Alright, what do we got? More indite. Yeah, that almost filled up the whole bin with that run. And looks like we just got 2 more incoming, and we'll be done with this rock. Alright, come on, guys. Yeah, here we go. And indite, and we're allocated. Excellent. Alright, so that is mining, everybody. You can keep watching if you want to, but if you've had your fill, I understand. Just go ahead and click there, and it'll take you to the next portion of the video. So, if you click, see you there. Alright, so for you people who enjoy watching this mining, we're just going to keep on doing some more mining here. Alright, so it looks like this one is all bertrandite. Interesting. Usually you don't get these asteroids that are all just one mineral at a time. Usually it's multiple, different kinds of minerals, but maybe that's because we're in so close to the planet, we're getting some higher concentrations of one mineral per asteroid. That's just a theory. I don't know about that, really. Yeah, so I haven't been doing mining for a long time, so I'm just kind of coming up with my own theories right now. Alright, so go ahead and store up this bertrandite here. So that's pretty easy to keep control of when you just got one type of mineral coming in at a time. And it goes pretty well with the 4 controllers, or 4 little limpets. It might even go faster with more controllers, but then you start to really sacrifice some cargo space. So, yeah, I guess it's kind of a give and take here. But the Anaconda has so much storage that I felt I could sacrifice another slot for a second controller to get 4 limpets out there. And I think it does go a lot faster than just having the 2. So having done mining for a while now, I kind of have some thoughts on it. Mining could be fun. The way it is right now, it's not extremely exciting.
Programming limpet drone.
Because basically you're going from rock to rock. And you don't want any pirates around you because that's going to interfere with your mining. Even though that could be kind of entertaining, having to protect yourself while you're doing it. But ultimately, you get a little bit frustrated because you really just want to collect those pieces and move on. Because you just want to fill up all your bins so you can get back to the station and sell.
Prospector limpet engaged.
So, with the mining, there's some fun parts. Like, it's fun finding the next rock and shooting the prospector and finding out what kind of minerals you're going to find. And the coming in to mine it is, I find it fun, shooting the mining lasers and seeing the cool effects. But the things I'm not a big fan of is, one, you shoot at this rock for a little while, and then it's
Asteroid
depleted.
depleted.
Just like that, it's done. You still got this huge rock floating around, and all you did was kind of paint it a little bit with your lasers and add a little bit of mark, and then you let your limpets do the rest. So the only engagement you have is messing around with your hopper and basically just assigning fragments if they haven't already been assigned, and reassigning fragments even if you've already been mining them. So this feels like a profession that would be best automated, really. Because there's not really a whole lot of engaging things or elements to the mining gameplay. What I'd like to see is perhaps mining, you know, an asteroid to death. You know, actually have it decrease in size or crack in two. I guess that might be a little bit harder with the physics or something, but that's what I'd like to see anyway, because it just feels a little funny just spray painting these meteorites or asteroids and just letting Olympus kind of do the rest while it says you're depleted. I think it would also be nice if the limpets didn't count in your inventory. I could see, you know, making maybe the modules more expensive and they have like unlimited limpets, and you can have maybe they do 4 at a time or 6 at a time, or maybe the best one could have like 8 at a time, where it's just constantly strewing out limpets to go collect the pieces so you don't have to hang around as long. But it just feels like it needs a little bit of something to keep mining interesting. Now, just as a little background, normally I'm kind of a combat junkie. I like to head out in my vulture for some bounty hunting, or get in my python or anaconda for combat zones. That's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy the dogfighting and the combat, and that's a very busy profession. Keeps you engaged, you're always doing something, you're improving your skills, and that's what I really like. I'm also not a novice to trading either. That's how I got a lot of my money, about 400 million in trading. So I also like trading. You have to find a good route, and then you gotta milk the route for a while. You get very good at piloting. I can fly, you know, Anaconda, the Type 9, you know, all the big ships. I can fly them in and out of the mail slot, land them, take off, you know, no issues. So it's good practice, that as well. And it's fun to try and get down your trading times, see if you can shave off a few seconds here and there, get your maximum profit per hour. You know, I find that enjoyable too. And besides that, I've done exploration, and exploration is actually pretty fun too, because you're out seeing new things. There's some really cool sites out there, and if you've seen my exploring video, The Voyage to Sagittarius A, there's some cool stuff out there. So exploring is also pretty engaging, except for, I have to say, the long super cruise transit times. Because you kind of want to be thorough, you know, you want to go scan the cool planets, but sometimes they're very far away, so you have a very long transit time. But besides that, it's a pretty engaging profession. Yeah, so you have to let me know in the comments what you think about mining. I know there's some commanders out there who are miners, that's what they do. And I understand it, you know, this game has a little bit of something for everybody. And if mining is your thing, more power to you.
Collector limpet expired.
Oh, our collector limpets are expiring.
Asteroid depleted.
But,
Programming
shoot out some new ones here so we can keep 4 going at all times. Alright. Oh, something just went sailing past us there. Alright, so I wasn't even paying attention here while I was talking. I don't remember what's coming in. Some galite, some indite. And we got 4 more coming in. Now it says that we still have a collector limpet that we can shoot out, but I think I'm seeing 4 limpets in operation, so I'm not sure what it's talking about. So as you can see down there in our capacity, we're at like 286 of 288. So we're going to have to get rid of some more limpets here pretty soon so we can actually get more minerals that we can actually get processed. Too many limpets. Alright, here we go. Now we got 4 collectors going. Man, that's it? Nope, 2 more. 3 more. Man, these limits are slow. Galite, indite. last of them coming in. Yeah. So we're going to let these guys catch up here
Programming limpet through.
and shoot another prospector limpet. Let's see what we get this time. It's a nice looking rock, right?
Prospector limpet engaged.
Alright, so Indite, Galite, Bergendite. Start chewing this thing up with the lasers. And away the collectors. It is kind of fun watching them go on the radar.
Asteroid depleted.
See the pieces falling off and out they go. Alright, so maybe if I do mining again, maybe I'll slap on another controller. Get 2 more limbits out there. Maybe that'll help speed things up. As long as we don't cause like a traffic jam trying to all bring pieces in at a time. That would be unfortunate. Oh, 287 of 288. Well, we got room for 1 more mineral. Looks like we're almost done with this one. Last one coming in. And what do we got? Alright, so we're good. Alright, so that is the essence of mining. Alright, so after 150 minutes approximately of mining, we are ready to get out of the system. As you can see, we've loaded up full of minerals. We got a lot of platinum and silver and gold, indite. So we're pretty much headed back to the system now. We've used up all of our little limpets and we're good to go. So you can see some collectors still trying to follow us, but that won't last very long. They can't go very fast. And we're just trying to get out of mass lock here so we can engage Super Cruise. Alright, there we go.
Charging.
And we're going to
4,
get out
3,
of Jar 7.
2, 1. Engage.
Okay, so we're in Super Cruise. Excellent. And we're going to aim for Eggleton Platform. So this is the only large station in the system. And in Anaconda, that's all you can land at is the large. Can't land at outposts or anything. Yeah, and we kind of got the ring to go around here, so we have to do a little bit of extra maneuvering, or else we're going to lose all our speed getting too close to the ring, getting some more mass. So we just gotta extend here a little bit and move around it. Okay, we're good. Now we are aimed for Eggleton. And for the sake of time here, we're going to cut right through. Alright, so we're coming in to Eggleton Platform. And as always, you want to land or come in from planet side. That way you're going to be coming in facing the station. You don't have to maneuver around the station to make it home. So what I like to do is kind of aim for the planet first, and then basically split the difference between the station and the planet. And as always, we want to keep on a 6-second approach, or if you're kind of new to the game, I would stick to around a 7-second approach, so you don't end up overshooting and having to come around. Alright, safe disengage. We are at Eggleton Platform. Alright, so I selected it to figure out which way the entrance is. You can see the little arrows pointing towards it. And we're almost facing directly at it, so that's nice. Alright, so we're within range, so we're going to request docking.
Docking request granted.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to pad 25. I used to remember where all the pads are in these stations back from when I was trading, but I haven't done trading in a while now, so I kind of forgot where all the platforms are located inside the station. Hopefully this one isn't right next to the entrance. Those are always kind of annoying. Alright, so there's no docking computer in here, so we'll be doing it manual, which is no big deal. I'm used to piloting the Anaconda, so I should pop right in, no
Scan
problem.
detected.
Yep, no issues. Alright, so it looks like 25 is a good spot to go. Alright, we got our landing pad down. Our landing pad. We got our landing gear down, and that's going to help us with our approach, keep us under speed. And I always kind of land like an airplane. I just kind of come swooping in. And I don't usually land like the docking computer where it comes in and then just comes down vertically. Alright. Nice, smooth landing.
Engines disengaged.
And now it's time to find out how much money we're going to make. Alrighty, so first off, I always like to refuel. That way I don't forget to do it. Alright, we're going to head to our commodities market and then scroll down to our metals and minerals. Alright, so we start with our gold. We got, what's that, 20 tons to sell. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Some decent money. Next, obsidian? Osmium? Even more money, very nice. And now for the platinum, we like that. Should be a decent amount of money. Yeah, that's pretty good. And now for the big boy, platinum. This should be a good chunk of change. Yeah, nice. Just over 500,000. Excellent. And lastly, silver for the metals. 24 tons. Oh, under 21,000. That's not bad. Alright, so now we're going to deal with our minerals here. Bertrandite. Got quite a bit of that. Yeah, pretty good money. Gallite. Yeah, okay. And indite. Alrighty. And finally, paynite. That doesn't sound good. Only got 3 of those. For a decent chunk of change. And that should be it. Alright, so it looks like about 3 million on a rough calculation. That sounds about right. But what we can do here is go over and check out the statistics to see how much money I've made on mining. I'm going to scroll down, crime, smuggling, trading, mining. Alright, so it looks like I've made 3.3 million in mining, and that's mostly going to be from this run, because I just did a tiny run before, and that is the long and short of it. So I made about 3.3 million in 2.5 hours. It's not a terrible rate, but I can definitely do much better in trading and even combat. Alright, Commanders, that's going to be it. This has been Commander Gypsum doing some mining in the Combat Anaconda. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the black. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you thought in the comments. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to see all of my latest videos.